Before we get started, I want to give a really quick thank you to Rose Forever, the sponsor of today's video. They sent me a new bouquet to feature, and I have not opened it yet, but I think that it's going to correspond with this coordinate quite nicely. Let's take a look. Rose Forever is a New York-based brand that started in 2019. Oh my gosh! This is so cool! I didn't realize that this is also a storage box, so you have these beautiful roses on the top and then you can store like jewelry and things. And this is gonna be a great display for my studio. I'm so excited. Rose Forever creates luxurious rose boxes with naturally preserved roses that will last for up to a year as if freshly picked. All materials used in these boxes are vegan friendly, even the pink suede and black velvet. Rose Forever roses come in a variety of colors, and I love the idea of matching them with Lolita coordinates. Rose Forever is celebrating Mother's Day with up to 60% off select items. You can get $25 off your order from Rose Forever using my code lovelylor25. I was really excited to see this violet colorway. My other bouquet from them is pink. I'm really excited to make a display with both of these. I should probably be giving this to my mom, but I have another surprise for her, so she does watch my videos too, so she would know about it. But at least this color, purple, makes me think of my mom. My mom loves purple, and lately I have been in a real purple, violet, lilac, lavender kick. Don't know why I keep gravitating towards it. Thank you so much, Rose Forever, for continuing to support Lolita content on my channel. I discovered Lolita fashion in 2006 after a combination of things. I saw a candid photo of a Lolita on LiveJournal wearing Twinkle Mermaid, and I'm not going to show it because now I realize I don't know if that Lolita had given permission for that photo, but I'll show you the print. And I wanted to know what this was, and I did a bunch of research, and I had a local friend at the time explain all about Lolita fashion to me. And I also discovered I think it was the English versions of the GLBs in Barnes & Noble. I took in all of this information and was a big fan of it. You could say I was a Lolita at heart, because at that time, information was pretty limited, and I didn't think that I could actually be a Lolita. I had a couple things that I called Lolita, but were not really Lolita fashion, and it wasn't until around 2012 that I really got into the fashion and started wearing it and became part of the community. I got a few things in 2011, but I really went in deep and started making YouTube videos and content and going to every meetup I could in 2012. The Lolita community and the Lolita fashion has changed significantly at large, and I feel like there's different eras of Lolita fashion, and I'm really curious. Please comment below when you discovered Lolita fashion, and if you do participate in it, when you started wearing it. Was it like immediately? Was there time in between? I really love hearing these stories. They're really different from person to person. Please don't worry about my pinky. I did have a small injury on the tip of it. The reason there's so many band-aids is just to kind of hold the band-aid on, because there really isn't band-aids made to like be on the very tip of your finger, but it's okay. I more so wanted to protect it because I'm going to be turning pages and wanted to keep it safe. I have made a couple videos on GLB before, but in case you are new and don't know what I'm talking about, Gothic and Lolita Bible is a magazine that's all about Lolita fashion and Gothic fashion and kind of some alternative Harajuku Japanese street style. And they would release quarterly for every season, but they're out of print now. I think they stopped printing in 2017? A lot of them have been archived through Lolita History, which is a great website to take a look at. These magazines really helps me get a sense of the style and kind of what Lolita fashion looks like when I was starting out, and get familiarized with what kind of pieces to mix and match with it. There's also some experimental and more artistic looks in them, which really helps me too. And I loved seeing street snaps because, especially Lolitas in Japan, they are kind of less strict about what they wear with Lolita fashion when they're going out, because they want to make it suitable for their everyday lives. Even though a lot of these street snaps were staged, they were like models that were contacted to pose in these spots. I think the earlier ones were less staged. It still is like a cool way to look at Lolita being worn in different ways. So If you are newer or you just want more inspiration for your coordinates, I highly recommend looking at Lolita History, I believe is the website. It's an archive of not just GLB, but Kara and a lot of Japanese magazines. I haven't had the time or money to continue this collection. I want to finish it. I'm pretty close. I think I'm missing a lot of the early ones. But I got these two like months ago before I moved, and I forgot about them and haven't opened them yet. And I happen to have one from 2006 and 2012. So I thought it would be really fun to kind of look back at where Lolita fashion was in 2006 and also where it was in 2012, both when I discovered it and when I started actually wearing it and being really involved. Alright, so this is 2006. I am going to step to the side so that I can scan them and put closer images for you. Oh my goodness. Immediately greeted with some amazing 2006 Alice and the Pirates and Baby the Stars Shine Bright advertisements. A lot of people feel like wigs are such a necessity in Lolita, and half the time when I'm wearing them, it's just because I'm lazy. I didn't want to do my hair today. It would take me too much time, so I plopped a wig on, but they're absolutely not a necessity. You can use your own hair. I am conflicted about this makeup because this was such a makeup staple at this time. You wanted to wear like the least amount of eye makeup possible. It would be like thin eyeliner and then like glossy lips, and that's it. And that's totally fine if that's what you want to wear, but a lot of people shamed people for wearing too much makeup. Like, I was given such a hard time for wearing pink eyeshadow and blush, but I just kept doing it anyways. And I feel like now in 2022, we are more open to being experimental with makeup and like not having a uniform makeup idea for Lolita fashion. Most embarrassing behavior, Misako wearing Lolita undergarments. The earlier the Gothic Lolita Bible, they kind of just had pieces laid out in a collage without models or styling, so you could just see the clear pieces. And then later on in the magazines, they had kind of like one featured look and then pieces all around. Wow, so you can see Angelic Pretty. It's a lot of non-printed items. A lot of just solid color pieces. I love this outfit. I love this coordinate. I absolutely love in Gothic Lolita Bibles when they would make these edits of, I don't even know what you would call it. Like, it's almost like Purikura, but nicer. It's like they would edit models into different scenery with different it's just, I love it. It makes me want to get better at photo manipulation. I love the huge hair. Considering how big that bonnet is, like that hair has got to be absolutely massive. I love it. This print, I love this print. I've actually wanted it for quite a while in the red version, and it used to be pretty cheap, and now I imagine it's probably impossible to get. I want to say it's like Baked Sweets a la mode or something. I've been making a lot of content around like guessing Lolita print names, which is really fun, but I am horrible at it, as you know from my past video. I don't know what to say about these Mana photos. I love them. I always love Mana's photos. These are absolutely gorgeous. Mana's looks are so timeless and ageless, just like him. Phenomenal. Princess in the Forest Spring Collection. Oh, okay, I was like, what is this? But it's Metamorphosed Tom Diffie. So plain. I like it, but that bow is kind of sad. But these were the expectations of 2006. Everything was so simple. I love this black dress though. The straps are really cute. I interrupt this video to tell you that I realized my microphone stopped recording, so this next section will have not as good audio. I'm really sorry. Just know that it will be good again later on in the video. I'm so sorry. It's kind of hard to differentiate between brands at this time. Like, what Angelic Pretty is releasing is really similar to what Innocent World is releasing, to what's similar to Baby the Stars Shine Bright. They don't really have like individual brand identities at this time, except for like Mom and Moitié, I'd say. There's like, I've never seen this dress before. Oh my gosh, there's like, it almost looks like Twinkle Mermaid, but it's not. Like that style though, where there's these circular prints and they're just kind of like in two places, almost like appliques, but it is a print. I believe this is the author of Kamikaze Girls wearing Lolita fashion, which is totally cute, but that hat? That's a baby hat! This is like a Newsies hat. or like a 2000s hat with this like really Hime looking fancy, I think this is Baby the Star Shine Bright dress. Also Rochelle lace, which is always a point of contention with Lolitas for some reason. People like to argue that it has no place in it, yet it's actually in a lot of dresses. What a strange coordinate! Yeah, I find it really interesting that in GLB a lot of Lolitas would wear these really sweet, kind of old school, or just sweet at the time, coordinates that were all pastel, but then they'd wear black shoes. And I feel like it's kind of a nod to Disney's portrayal of Alice in Wonderland, because you'd have this pastel outfit and then black shoes. Oh my gosh, these makeup tutorials. I need to make a video on following these makeup tutorials because these ones, not so much, but I feel like later ones, the secret is just put contacts and eyelashes in, and that's like all the look is really revolved around. But these have a little bit more like eyelash shape. There's like some hair style ideas of adding extensions to wigs. Yeah, there's a full-on angelic pretty OP pattern in here. I wish so much that I could sew just so that I could make these, because if you can translate them and sew, you could just fully make your own Lolita pieces. I'm pretty sure the Stitch S has done this, has made pieces from this. I know different Lolitas have. Oh yes, we're into the street snaps. I love the street snaps. Amazing. It's always shocking to me that like a photo like this that's not in focus would be a full page, but I understand because I like both of their outfits. I just wish the photo was better. I feel like these are also kind of timeless looks that could be worn today. It's kind of interesting that the silhouette of Lolita dresses back in 2006 was a lot more just bell-shaped and not cupcake. Let's see, what brand is this? H. Naoto Frill. I hate the mini hat. Moving on. Oh my gosh! The exposure is just off the charts. It's so bright. Should I put a flash warning before this? This print is called Toy Drops. I've always been conflicted as to whether I like this print or not. I feel like I do, but I also don't. I remember at one point in like 2015, everyone was selling this dress and you could get it for absolutely nothing, and I feel like now it's probably really expensive like everything else. You really don't have to worry about how clean your masking is in Photoshop if you just add this insane outer glow to everything. But again, I love these edits of models in front of abstract backgrounds. It's just so cool and so fun. I don't know if you would qualify this as visual K or if it's just Gothic, but I love this skirt and this whole outfit and this hair and everything. I want to wear this right now. It's not Lolita. I wonder if you could style this in a more Lolita way. Like if you wore the skirt a little bit higher and put like a petticoat underneath it and then a blouse and like a vest over top of it. If you could style this in a more Lolita way. It would still be like alternative and Gothic, but this innocent world, like this is just not my cup of tea. I know there are so many Lolitas who would love this, but I can't comment on it at all because it's just not my style. I just finished saying how I don't care for classic Lolita, but I will admit that I have a place in my heart for this release from Baby the Star Shine Bright, and I know that it goes for a lot of money secondhand, so I'm not even gonna try, but I do love it. It's called Fragrant Rose. Yeah, Fragrant Rose Memories. I knew that, I just didn't have the confidence to say so. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love this hair. And it looks like this hair is done with a wig. Strawberry Parlor, I absolutely love. I remember this print as well as, I think this is Sugar Fairy Cake. Yeah. These two prints were in the Angelic Pretty store in San Francisco, one of the early times that I went there. Quite a difference between the last magazine and here, these releases. There's still solid print releases. There's still kind of a one applique print to the side style dress, but styling is way different and much more emphasis on prints, which is where we are today too. There's a lot more emphasis around print. All right, let's see the street snaps. Wow, I love this Shiro Lolita couple duo, so adorable. Oh, I remember this Holy Night Story coordinate. I remember this clear as day, seeing this at this time. I loved how warm pink that print is. It's such a deep dark pink, and when I owned it I really had no idea how to style it, and I wish that I had it now because there's so many more ways to do it. And I love this really bright red hair with it. It's almost like hot pink red hair. It's so good. I feel like Holy Night Story is an underrated print. Oh my gosh, I never see Misako in glasses. I also really love this baby print. I feel like it's underrated. So Miyu here is not wearing Lolita necessarily. I just wanted to mention that Haruhiko next to her is wearing a really cool style that I think could complement Lolita fashion. I get a lot of messages from men specifically saying like, hey, I want to be involved with my girlfriend's Lolita, or like I want to go be involved with Lolita stuff, but I don't really want to wear Lolita fashion myself. And I feel like you can just wear nice dress wear with some sort of jabot or neck decoration that can kind of tie into it, and it works, and I think that you will be accepted as long as you're dressed nicely. Oh my gosh, Ume is so cute here with this pink coat. I love it. I love these like rocking horse boots. I haven't seen rocking horse boots ever. I've never noticed that before. I really appreciate this Gothic Lolita with this sweet pink usakumya. I love the juxtaposition of that. I feel like you don't see that very often. I hope you had fun going down this little memory lane with me. I'd love to hear your own reactions to some of the stuff that I've shown in this video, as well as your own little Lolita history. And as always, stay lovely.